Martin Truex Jr. said the engine blew up down the straightaway. He said when he left pit road last time there was smoke in the cabin, and he said they also had a very bad vibration. The smoke had gone away. He said the vibration had not, and just a moment ago, going down the backstretch, he said the engine just let go, guys. Obviously, this is going to be a huge hit for their championship hopes and likely take them out of it.
Devastating for Martin Truex Jr. It's probably the favorite and run the best on mile-and-a-half tracks. Listen.
Here he already has it out of gear and coasting.
Stay down.
I believe this is the second Toyota engine failure we've seen in the chase. We saw the 11 car at Charlotte, Denny Hamlin having engine trouble, and now Martin Truex.
But this is what we talked about, guys. This is the strategy.
Pick that up.
We saw it just moments ago. And around goes the 16. The 83 falling up to the wall. 3 of them into the wall as it came out of 4.
That's a tough break for Biffle. He had a good car, led some laps earlier.
83 of Jeffrey Earnhardt involved. Casey Mears in the back of the 13 there, and Greg Biffle. The 3 cars involved.
Right here, straight ahead. Guys, come on.
A lot of damage to Casey Mears. He was pinned into the wall as Biffle's able to get to his pit stall.
Off, or in the middle of 4 right here, you see Biffle's at the top of the racetrack, and he's kind of down half a lane. Jeffrey Earnhardt's in the middle, gets in the left rear quarter panel, sends a 16 spin and collects the 13 of Casey Mears. As we talked all week long, the 13 of Casey Mears not doing anything wrong. They crash and come right in front of him.
It almost looked like the 16 maybe was going to think about going with Buescher. He wasn't all the way up against the wall. Saw Buescher in the middle lane, maybe going to go there. Earnhardt thought he was going to go to the top of the racetrack, and he wasn't there, and he got into him.
You see right here, the 13 had nothing to do with it. He was just the wrong place, wrong time.
Then gets squeezed into the wall.
Yeah.
Safer barrier all along that wall right there.
Yeah, we have the side mirrors on the driver's side A-post, and Biffle, I mean, I'm sure all these cars have them, and Biffle has to see the 83 car in the middle lane, and the 83 also has to see Biffle coming down and be able to understand what's getting ready to happen and come out of the gas a little bit.
As far as spotters go, though, that's probably the most difficult because they're coming right at them, coming out of turn number 4. It's dropped down. He's starting to smoke. This could be it for the 2 and Brad Keselowski.
Saw fire underneath the car. The 2 has definitely expired in engine.
So did it overheat? Did they not get that done soon enough? Was the oil temp too high? We don't know, but that is a consideration.
3rd caution has come out now. Another Chase driver looks to have ended his day with an engine failure.
Sorry about that.
Front wheel's very dirty. And that doesn't sound good at all as he takes the hard left turn back into the garage. Water temperature and oil temperature. And then he has to make the hard left.
And you see the debris off the grill, but it's too late. To Jeff's point, when you elevate those temperatures, these engines are designed to run in a specific window of temperature at the edge, creating the most power possible. You know, a good to bad restrictor plate engine is 2 or 3 horsepower. They don't have a big window of room. As we ride on board, you're going to hear this engine start to lay down, going down the backstretch. He reaches over, turns, I bet the fan on.
I got it. 4 Blaine good as well. Time behind you, lined up 22, 24. They're all going to tag, all going to stack. He's here.
You see the smoke. He shuts the car off. So what I was saying, you know, there isn't a window of operation.
So he's got to find a way to get the move. Whoa.
Big move there. That was the 38, and luckily Landon Castle catches it.
That was a great save. 38, they're coming off the corner, and you see right here, he's in the middle. He decides to go up top, and then he tries to come back, and the 23 has filled that spot. He catches the 23's front bumper and shoots right across in front of the 42 of Larson, but somehow saves it.
He falls in right in front of the 24 of Chase Elliott. Around they go behind Elliott. It was the 5 of Casey Kane. He spun the caution, comes out. They were just behind the 24 of Chase Elliott.
Oh, and that's going to create a situation where we're going to drop the green flag with maybe 3 or 4 to go.
Flat tires, 4 flat tires.
That never works out well.
Incredible that
That's pretty good.
it was only the 5 of Casey Kane. Let's take a look at what happened. Again, this just behind with those 2 wide cars.
And You see the 5 of Casey Kane. He's 3 wide, and it looks like he just loses it. Like either he has a tire go down or the air caught him off guard. But the 5 spinning, it's hard to tell if the right side tires have air in them at this point. But without a doubt, I didn't see any contact. The 5 just spun out basically on his own. We'll have to see what the reason was.
Yeah, as quickly as that thing came around, you never saw a wiggle. You never saw anything.
Yeah.
It just spun around, so it makes you think it was some kind of problem. Just, yeah, the 3 wasn't shoved way up next to him. There's nobody behind him, so you have to think it was a tire problem, maybe a little bit of a soft tire or some sort of mechanical issue.
Just turns left for Casey Kane, right in front of the 1 of Jamie McMurray.
Well, so there's a lot of tension right now. How many races, Steve, have you been part of where you drop the green flag with 3 or 4 to go on a restrictor plate, and I mean, it is so stressful. You just assume there's going to be a big wreck. It's crazy.
Everyone will be fighting for real estate. Unfortunate for Casey Kane. Logano with the advantage. He moves down to the double yellow line.
And the 88 gets
and around goes the 88. Alex Bowman slides into the infield. The caution comes out. There will be overtime.
Stay low below the line.
That's exactly what we talked about. Coming to 2 to go, you have to make moves. You have to do things you weren't going to do earlier. You no longer lift. You no longer give someone a spot. You have to keep your nose in there, and it creates these wrecks. You can hear that's a tire. That's a tire that's come down. It's coming apart. That's what that banging noise is. It's beating the side of the car. It's beating on the asphalt. I've heard it many times.
Not something you want to hear.
And Rick, this is going to be not only more stress for Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, what they're trying to do for the race. But remember, the last time on pit road, lap 146. That's 40 laps ago from now. Now we're looking at NASCAR overtime. We can have multiple attempts.
I want to take another look at what happened coming into the tri-oval. Again, Alex Bowman was running second in that bottom line and may have had some help from behind him.
Well, Jeff, you've mentioned before how that bottom line of the tri-oval has less banking. As odd as this is going to sound, the cars are actually loaded and more stable in the corner here. It seems like here on the flat of the racetrack, he just loses the car. I'm not sure there was any contact from the 44. I think there was some room. I just don't know if the 88 got light. Excuse me, the 41. I just think the 88 got light in the tri-oval and spun around.
So here we have a better view. You almost feel like it had to be contact. I just can't see. I can't 100% tell.
Watch that red one there. He's in line. In line with you. In line. Keep up in there. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. Everybody get it straight. Go.
Here's a great view.
Oh, he's coming around well before the 41 ever gets there.
So you mentioned it, Steve. That bottom lane in the tri-oval, the very bottom lane where the 24 car is right now, there is less banking in the tri-oval than everywhere else in that bottom lane. So when you get